What a beautiful new intro. Awesome. This new intro is sponsored by Clementine and Mateos. They're gonna tell us more about this very soon, but before then, we have someone who wanted to call us. Oh. Will they pick up? Who knows? They're currently driving somewhere, so what if I'm causing a car crash right now? Oh no! Hello! I cannot hear you though. Do you hear me?
Not if yes.
Sound! Okay.
I don't know. Someone check if like communication device is set.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Okay.
Sending the audio to the microphone.
Chicka-doo. Let's see here. Voice, audio, input, output. Oh, yep.
2, 1, 2.
Hello! Now I hear you.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah, so
I'm
you've seen
turning
the
off
new
our mic now,
intro.
so I'll leave it to you.
Okay, perfect. Hey, everybody. This is Max and Julia, which is just there. We just left this morning again to go back to Switzerland. So we wanted to just do a very quick recap of the things that are new for us and what we're bringing home, and if we will go back to Spell. And yeah, Lucy, we love you. She already left. So right now we already drove this amount of kilometers, and we still have this to do. So we're gonna find somewhere to sleep. I don't know, yeah, in the streets somewhere. But yeah, basically that's what's in front of me right now, and I'm really happy
Sorry.
that just after the call, I will eat my.
Sorry. I don't see your stream, by the way. It's all black.
Oh no! Oh no!
I see the Discord now, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! Now you should see everything, right? Perfect. So, yeah, okay. No worries. So we already drove this, and we still have this to do. So basically halfway, which is pretty good. And you're gonna sleep somewhere. This is what I have in front of me. Now you have the picture, which is waiting for me. And basically, what we wanted to say. So we did a lot. So we've been there since March, so we did a lot of things at Spell. But the main thing that we did do is the game has a new name, a new title that we found thanks to Nate and Julia in Berlin at Amaze. So the game previously was called High Schoolers, and we had kind of an issue with the name and finding the right thing to do with the story. So we did change, and, thanks to Nate. Now we have a new name, which is The Dropouts. And that's the new key art that we have for it. And that will be also the one that you will find pretty much everywhere. We're kind of like really happy with it because it did change a lot of things in the story, and now we can move forward, which is pretty sweet. And also the cool thing that we just also put in our luggage is we are in the process of signing a publishing contract with the house. and we're really happy about this. That will be for Mac and PC and Mac and the Switch. So yeah, that's a cool thing. That's also released, and we are really happy about it. What's next on my slide? Yeah, and we're going to Gamescom with the game. That's also the cool thing. I cannot tell you exactly where we're going because we're not supposed to tell exactly, but we're going with the game there. So yeah, so we did do a lot of things. We are going back home with the smile and the rain, but I mean, at least we will come back very soon. And when I say very soon, is in fall for Julia and winter for me. So yeah, thank you. Thanks to the house. Thanks to Spelkollektivet, and see you guys very soon. Any question?
Any questions?
We miss you.
No questions.
We miss you.
No feedback. No feedback. Nobody misses you.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's fine. Perfect.
I'm looking forward to working with you, and good luck with the rest of the journey, and drive safely.
Yeah, I have my Red Bull. All fine, Leo.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Next up, Clementine Mateos.
Okay, we didn't have slides because what
Yeah. Is it still launched? The
is it still launched? No, but we
You can launch it again.
yay! It's what? Oh, I
there
will.
it is. So yeah, we just
Do
wanted
you see?
to
Yeah.
talk briefly about making a new intro for the house.
There. We just say I will skip. Oh, less louder. You want to do? Let's
Yeah.
go.
So yeah, basically.
Damn, I have no socks. Damn, where are my socks?
I will cut the music because it's very
It's a little
loud.
too loud. We have to adjust that. But yeah, basically it was Clementine's initiative, and then she posted on the channel, and I was like, oh, it would be cool. I can help. The idea started with like having a random character generator, and I was like, okay, we can work with that. And then it was fun, just like bouncing ideas off of each other, and like, okay, we're making a character, but like 98% of the times it's James that is presenting. So like, how can we make this like more context appropriate? And then we started like, okay, maybe we can make a theater because like everyone is here like watching the presentations. And then what kind of theater? Then we came. Oh yeah, and also like trying to keep this DIY aesthetic of the house, of like that is something like that everyone makes for everyone with like a little help. Yeah, and you can also throw a bunch of stuff. And, but yeah, that's basically it. So then the basic idea is that then James now has a puppet, and then every week will be a different puppet. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to Clemens and Max as well.
Yeah.
Max is responsible for all the nice sounds that you guys hear.
Yeah, and for me, I just wanted to add like a little stuff. I encourage you to do silly things with good people. Like alone, it's not very funny. But when Mateus come in and it's like, I've come to this office, and he say, oh, we can do that. Oh, but we can also do that. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, let's do that, and we do that, and that's very fun, and like it's very good. So do things just for the pleasure of doing it, and that's very cool. For the future, because we want to dream bigger.
Yeah,
Nah.
there's a lot of scope.
Yeah. We have like
we cut.
we want to go to Unreal 5
Yeah,
because
Unreal
we
5,
miss a
yeah.
lot of
Publish
features.
on Ouya.
Yeah,
as
on
well.
Ouya, like to give a big boost to the games. We have merchandising because like those stickers, we maybe
Of course.
call Lucy because she's a specialist of doing that. But for the true features in big, but we want to add the opportunity for anyone to drop their own sprite to add to the list of things that we can display on the puppet. We can add the possibility for spectators to things that's thrown in the public. Like we want to make it open source. Like I want to make it available for you to modify the code. Please modify the code. It's very dirty and not so good. So please, a specialist of Godot, do it. But yeah, we want to do that because like when we are gone, we want you to modify it and add things like maybe a T-shirt for Aquamundo or other game made by Spelkollektivet.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. One of the ideas was like to have a bunch of shirts from games from the house, and also like maybe backgrounds. Like now this is the round room, but maybe next one could be, I don't know, like the bike room or the Jordan's kitchen.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff still to build upon it. We're kind of just making the foundation there.
Yeah, and that's all.
Yeah.
Question?
That's it.
Question?
Thank you guys. Yes.
What would be like? Do you have like a GitHub? Like, how would you want people to add this?
I don't know. For the sprite to add, there will be like a folder in the user data. I will like show where it is, where you can just drop the things that just will be in this PC.
I can set up a GitHub for it.
Yeah, like I wanted to make a GitHub, but it's just for the code because like for the assets, it's like on a folder. Oh, maybe you. Yeah,
You can do it.
we
You can do it
will
all in
see how we
GitHub.
do it. But yeah, I have confidence. But yeah. Other question, James.
I'm gonna break all the rules and come with the feedback.
Oh no,
Request even.
a request.
Can you add chat integration?
Chat integration.
I want, if someone writes in the chat, I want a text bubble from someone in the audience to say,
Okay.
That would be awesome.
yeah.
And like as I say to you, and at the time when you come to, I have an ID with an API. When someone posts, it's already there for that. Like the context is good, and I can start to work on it like tomorrow. I have project, but yeah, we can do that. I think I will fiddle with the Twitch API things. I never did it, but yeah,
Like
I'm
the
motivated.
kids say, skibidi rad.
We need to add the skibidi things in this.
I
Yeah.
don't
We
know.
will throw skibidi things. Yeah. Another questions? Or is it good? It seems to be good.
All right. Thank you so much. Next up, I'm assuming it's two people. So, Maurizio and Nate.
So we're back. We're gonna, we used to, like last time we were here, we tried to do an SGDC every week, and we haven't been able to do that yet for reasons. So we're doing this again. We're back. We're doing it again. It's fine. Everything's normal. We work on Whodunit. It's in Investigation VN. I'm sure many of you have already seen this a billion times. It's made with RenPy. We started working on it when we got Spell. It's fun, messy, silly.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from the last time we were here, so I started working on the options menu. Just making the orange, like the button stay orange, was so hard to do because of RenPy shenanigans. So I really just wanted to highlight this. Like, use RenPy, but also don't. But it's, yeah, we got that working, and we, alongside that, even if you don't believe it, that opened up a lot of possibilities for the UI. So I'm going to start making all the options menus and start tweaking some stuff to make use of the functionalities that we just added by the magical press option. So sad.
And I'll get the boring stuff out of the way. We kind of had like in our time away from Spell, we had a bit of an upheaval moment for the game where we were like, okay, this is what it really should be. Kind of had like a maturity moment, and a lot of things got moved around. And one of those things was kind of like as a result of like realizing the consequences of our actions was that the genre of the game changed a little bit. And so a lot of the edits and changes I've been doing in the game is removing fluff because before I had characters talk a lot about anything, and now it's like, wait, this is a mystery. They should really only be talking about things people want to remember. And that has been a lot of work. The other thing is how players should feel about the things that they have to do. Before it was a lot more oppositional in terms of like, you have to prove to this character or force them to be honest or something like that, sort of similar to Ace Attorney. But we realized that it was actually better to pressure people in the investigation sections rather than outside of them, and because you're collecting these things and then you can actually prove them as you're doing that. And then we were like, okay, no, we want things to feel a little bit more collaborative, a little bit more constructive, or like you're being tested on whether or not you're paying attention outside of those sections, because it's more fun and also more relevant to the themes of our game. I've also been doing a lot of cutscene blocking, where I just put in like gross assets for things and just to like demo jokes or little gags or whatever, and it's been really helpful because I don't make final assets until you actually have everything you need to put them in. This also extends to our intro cutscene. Really just go dirty. Don't do anything final the first try, because this thing has already gone through like 7 billion redos, and I'm so glad we never actually like did anything final, because
like this is all part of the same sequence, and it's changed shape so much. I'm pretty sure last week I showed a previous iteration, and I was like, "This is the final one, you guys." It was not.
We were so wrong. We were so wrong.
But yeah.
And also art. Remember how last time I said this is the final art pass for real this time? I was wrong. We're doing it again.
This is the final one for real.
But this is the final one for real. For real.
We're locking the files.
Like no more.
Yeah.
Like I promise. You can trust me. And part of that is like doing lots of sprites again, and I've been having a lot of fun. This is like the easy fun part. I really enjoy it. And I've been actually adding some more functionality for more sprite expression combination possibilities, and it can make some really complicated expressions. I couldn't find a efficient way to put in a bunch of expressions, or else I would have done that. But there is truly like so many combinations that I haven't really drawn that many pictures to do it. So it's really fun to just like the more categories you make, the more combinations you have, the more nuanced your expressions can be. It's fun.
I also want to note that all our previous sprites were being done in 1080p, and now we finally upscaled to 4K, and you can tell in the like quality of the lines.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
We were like, oh wait, we don't need to work in 1080p.
I thought I liked the crunch, but I
No.
don't. No.
Never crunch.
No, like the crunchy.
Don't crunch.
The crunchy of the.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
I'm making a funny.
I also, here's just like some designs I've been doing, because the updated art style, I wanted to have some prettier pictures. They don't all have expression in, like stuff yet. I just wanted to like get like a test thing down so we can put them in and see what it looks like. And they have changed a lot. It's matured a lot. And So Mauricio is crossed out because last week I was crossed out, and this is returning balance. Everything is fair.
Next week we won't be crossed out, or maybe both of us will. But
Questions. Cheyenne.
So are you sure that that is the last?
Yes. Next question. Maybe.
Yeah, if both of you are crossed out, who is gonna present?
Yada.
Yep. Mateo.
What changed in the genre?
Before, some people might remember me trying to describe Whodunit a while ago as this is a character interaction engine, and I was having a lot of fun with that. But when I realized that we were starting to take our own story a little bit more seriously, and the mystery itself started to grow, I was like, this actually should just be a proper mystery story, and having all of this extra interactions was very distracting to that.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually against the gameplay experience in terms of like, you're getting all of this fluff information at the same time as mystery information that's important, and it went beyond just like, oh, it's up to you to decide what's important, and it went into there is so much fluff here that is very distracting.
Yeah, I believe in previous playtesting Fridays when we were testing the game with people. One of the main things was there were so many topics and there were so many things to talk about with the characters, which was like cool if you like the characters and want to meet them. But in the greater overarching actual mystery of the game, that's just information that mixes in with actual relevant plot points, and it makes it not be focused. So we are definitely going to try to strike a better balance with that, but that involves cutting out a lot of the fluff from the investigation portions of the game.
Yeah. What's up?
I had a two-part question, but first part was already answered, and that was the serious part. So I only have the non-serious part, which is, are you gonna add the fluff that you took away to the character models?
Well, yes. There will be more characters, and many of them will be very fluffy, I believe.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. I was like, what?
Just to add on a little bit to that, there will be fun moments still with the characters. Like the whodunit, the main focus is the cast. You know, they're all very different and they're all very fun. However, we are gonna focus a lot more on making the fun moments with the characters feel appropriate. Like the pacing needs to make sense and still make it an engaging mystery at the core of it.
What's up, Brian?
Can you pinpoint why you wanted to change that previous iteration of Howie to what it is now? What was it about it that you were like, no, it needs an adjustment? Yes, he has more neck showing.
Oh, you mean
it's like the second last one to the last
so
you want more mystery so you can't see his neck anymore?
I don't know. I think it was like standards always getting higher. What? Yeah.
I actually have a real reason.
Okay.
Which is that we lost the high resolution file. Remember?
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Somehow the file for this one, I had like a 2K version, but I was just like deliberately using like larger brushes just because I was having fun with that. But then at some point I realized that the file was like saved down to 1080p and I didn't know like where the original was, and so it was just like permanently like small.
We're not this messy always, I swear. This was a fumble.
Yeah, like so it was like just him, like just that one file, and then I just ended up redoing everything.
Yeah.
That's a normal thing to do. It's normal. Yeah, Matt.
With all the face layer parts, does that all get like assembled at runtime?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is something Renpai is good at.
Yeah, so we can just do mix and matches at real time, and it's really fun. We're also like thinking about adding functionality to rotate things in runtime as well. Like if there's a version of Howie where he's supposed to be more slumped, instead of having to re-export all the images at the proper position, just like rotating them in runtime and doing fun stuff with that to really elevate it.
And do you, like in the script, do you say like highs this, mount this every time, or do you have a bunch of kind of presettings?
So once you change a keyword, it stays like that until you change that keyword again. So the I used the word layer here, but I really should have used the word group. So you put a bunch of things in a group, and then only one thing from that group can show at the same time. So if you have like a bunch of eyes in one group, and it's like the eye group, then every time you change a keyword within that group, it replaces the other one that was like already active in that group. So that's how you do it.
We can't group we probably could find a script solution for that, but we find that it's cooler, at least for us, like when writing, to have individual groups to always set them, because then we can be more granular about the expressions and find fun combinations in the process.
It also saves file space to do it this way.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Next up is this on the wrong screen? This. Next up, Andreas.
Hello. Whatever.
Well, uncalled for.
Okay, not us. The game I've been involved in for 3 years and 9 months. I'm starting to count like that. I got a whole team thing going on, but as usual, as has been the case for many presentations, it's about what Laura has produced, the yellow named one. So last time I went through the previous levels and added sun lens, and it's just gonna sort of look similar today, but today is islands. It comes after sun lens. I don't have the symbols for these, but maybe that will set the mood. Attacking enemies makes others stronger if they match the same element. So you sort of have to go back and forth between the element a little bit. It's strategy, which is great for card games. And the companion mutation undertow, where you can actually make them weaker instead if you use the trap jar. And it's also tied to the element. And this is the travelscape. You can see them there in their little cart with goat. And that's the whole travel. This is a parallax travel screen for those who haven't seen these before. And here's where you travel when you're out playing the card game. That's just backgrounds, but I like them. Laura came up with this card design. As usual, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, she sends me stuff and I just go, yeah, every time. There's very little feedback at this point. Let's go through all the new cards for this. So this is the move out to the adventure, stop and rest, and finish the card game session and return to camp. I know this might not be interesting, but I don't know. This is art. And here we go. Here's the what we call the enemy cards. And these are the red element of what we usually call like the physical world, including a shark with a very fancy watch. And like the best octopus I've ever seen. And for the blue element, that we usually say it's a little bit more of the mind, like maybe you're imagining things, but there's animals here too, because it's islands and we love animals. Actually, the theme for islands is going to be animals. And the plants. Again, I was just super happy when I saw these. And it's great, because that means I don't do much work. And we can now join islands to the rest of the levels. There are two things missing though. It's the ally cards. I know Johanna has usually been complaining that we don't show them, but as I said, the pipeline for the production of them are just a little bit different, so most likely we don't have anything for islands. Maybe next time I'll just do an ally special. And what else? Oh yeah, and we have the quest, and that's actually going to be a separate thing, and that could be the islands quest could actually be covered in a separate presentation, I think, because it's the most fun one. You can see here at the bottom right, there's a little stone structure in front of a bridge there. I don't know if you can see it, but basically you're gonna get mugged by this ragtag band of anthropomorphic animals. They suck at robbing you though, and you band together to help them defeat the bullies that is forcing them to mug people. It's a whole schoolyard situation. And there's just going to be so many animals. I haven't seen one yet, though. Well, except the bad guys. The bullies are crocodiles. I'm sorry to go for stereotypes. But the ally card for this level, anyway, is the frog ally. We're moving it from the river level. So this is actually not new, but we're also planning something called Assassin, which is a snake that's going to kill cards for you. And this is the art so far. And I actually said no to this. This is the first time I haven't said yay, no. And that was it. Any quest ions? Yeah.
The last of the red cards, what is it?
Oh, it's a trap. Okay. Or as some aliens say, it's a tarp. Yep. Thank you.
All right. Next. Should Should we be on this page? Scooty. No. It's too late. I don't need people to have access to that. Oh. Next up, Milan. With that shirt color, you're almost Milan Rouge.
Holy.
Got him.
Damn. Let's see. Always Jordan's DMs. Not sure how I got there, but it works. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, so I wanted to present for like a few of the contestants that joined the game jam that we did the last week. We had like 7 days to make a game with Pico 8. Now, what is Pico 8, you might ask? Well, it's kind of the whole challenge of this game jam. Basically, it has a ton of limitations that kind of make it like an old console, but it's kind of easy to program. It's not a real console, it's a fantasy console, but it has the same limitations as a real console would. Basically, you have like the same amount of memory as like the NES. You've only got 16 colors to deal with, and rotating a freaking sprite is so freaking difficult. Oh, I had to search so long. I ended up using literally like multiple lines next to each other. But hopefully that kind of portrays how Pico 8 works and how you need to take care of Pico 8, because otherwise you'll have a very difficult time. But before I get to what I made, I wanted to show what the theme was, I guess, which was current. And this was interpreted by all the contestants in like a ton of different ways. Like we've got so many game genres that people make games in. So I wanted to start off with the first game. You can see it's hyper competitive. You can see some dual controller keyboard input action by Matt. So yeah, it's very competitive. There was like a leaderboard, and I think the current record is like 300 something. But yeah, this was made by Mauricio, by the way, I want to say, and it's called Flicker. So yeah, this is the first game that was made. So we've got an arcadey score beating game. The next game, it's got freaking timelines. I still don't understand it quite. It's quite interesting. You can travel between different characters that exist in multiple timelines, but you can kill a character from like a different timeline, and then the characters that timeline have spawned will die. And it is quite a complex game, I'll say. Then, as a, like a change in pace. Oh wait. No. Okay, the music does work. This is a game made by Jordan. He decided to make a visual novel game. It's 30 minutes long, so it's by far the longest game out of the game jam. It's kind of insane. He made this in like a week. And it's got a very gripping story. I've played it till the end. Maybe I didn't cry, but it really was touching. And the writing was really good. And hopefully the music's kind of quiet, but yeah, it is a vibe. And he made this all himself with an artist he knows from like Twitter, but he doesn't know the name of him or her or them. So that's also interesting. He's collected a lot of friends, I think. Then the next game. This game has definitely louder audio. The next game is a Sokoban game where you have to push pipes so that the current will flow. And I think this is like and it's got like 7 levels. And
I think the last level, I thought this was funny. Its level design is hard. And I agree, it's probably really hard to make a good Sokoban game, so props to him for that. Also, his own words are, it's kind of obscure, but he said it's extremely thought out level design. And I haven't beaten the game, so I wouldn't know, but I would trust him. It's extremely thought out. He made clear to me that he would want to mention that. So basically these are all the games, except I decided in the last 24 hours that I should cheat in this challenge and still make a game jam entry. So I want to show how I basically, in the last... okay. So I decided in the last 24 hours that I would try to cheat in this challenge. So what do? You type SV cheats into the console and it will always work. No, actually, you use something like a very unknown function in Pico 8, which is the serial port connection thingamajig. And basically, what you can do is you can tell through a serial port connection, you can tell with like my own C++ code what Pico 8 should render. So I decided we should just create a screenshot of the entire screen and steal other games. I think that's a great idea, actually. So I've got a good demo of it. There is an issue with this game where you have to like charge up the machine a bit. It's kind of weird. I think this was like a last minute game jam edition because the theme was current and I forgot about that, but who knows. So yeah, you've got to fucking keep cranking and then, I don't know, you can play any game you would want. If it displays on a monitor at least. So yeah, that is basically how I cheated in this Pico 8 game jam. I want to congratulate all the people that worked on it. I don't think I called it Nanda, but Nanda made the game on the right. And the one in the middle was made by Joachim, who is my brother, by the way. If you hadn't noticed yet, we don't look that much alike, I like to think. But maybe the Dutch accent does give it away. But and then you've got Jordan's game. If you want to check it out, you can play these. I don't think Mauricio's game is yet available, but maybe he'll announce that. And that's basically my presentation. Are there any questions? Yes?
How do you feel about cheating?
I feel terrible. Jordan walked into my room on the last day. He told me, "Yo, what are you making for the game jam?" I said, "I am actually making an entry now," and I was bullshitting. So like at night I started developing it, but I had this idea like cooking around, but I just wasn't sure if I was gonna like actually execute on it. But I decided upon executing it. Yes, Mauricio.
I just wanted to mention that Seba also participated, and his interpretation was, "I'm gonna work on my current project."
Yeah, that was also very.
that one was great.
Yeah. I thought about including him, but I was already running out of time, and I put too many effort. Whatever.
No, thank you so much.
But yeah, it was a very probably the most creative interpretation of it, taking it literally. Okay, another question?
Does that mean that you could make Pico 8 game inside your Pico 8 game by feeding footage from your laptop?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think so, yeah.
cranking it all
Yeah. You could have an infinite...
Pico 8 game.
Yes, you could. If you really wanted. I'm not sure if you want to. It's got some flaws, especially the crank is kind of annoying. But, yeah. Any other questions? Okay, that's it then.
All right, we have Nina. Woo! Famous from from conferences such as Creative Coast?
Actually, you should all be very happy to be in my presence. I have been talking at conferences before, I'll let you know. And I made this. We updated the character creator in Dice Gambit. Update. Now comes a little list. Oh, I put in a GIF, it's gone. Maybe it will appear at some point. I made a list of how many new assets I added. You don't get to guess, you just get to see a bunch of numbers. Oh, here he comes. Body. Oh, okay. Wait, maybe I should. Wait, actually, I'm gonna skip a bit forward. This is how you can make characters looking like this. Okay. I made 80 new bodies, 55 new faces. So this is like the face shape, so but not what's actually inside of it. 39 new noses, 96 new eyes. Almost nice, I guess. 101 new hairs, 136 eyebrows, and 162 mouths. Please. Yeah. So that's a lot. I didn't realize how many I was making. I was just drawing stuff. The reason why there's like so many mouths and so many eyes and so many eyebrows is because we have this thing here. So if you look, no mouths. Well, you can see up there that there's a couple of different eyebrow shapes, there's a couple of different eye shapes, and a couple of different mouth shapes, and every eyebrow can go in those shapes up there. There's like some overlapping in the eyes, but like there's still a lot of eyes to draw because they can go those, like it's half, it's closed, it's like, oh, shock. And then the mouths also can be normal, happy, sad, and ooh. And that way we can get a lot of expressions. And that can give you, so if you have the standard character here over to the left, then like this is like the happy face is the next one, the like angry face is the next one again, and then there's a shock face. So every character has like a unique expression, which is cool. How does the colors look nice is the next question. Yeah, you got a little sneak peek before, but we have these bunch of assets you can color however you want, and the shadows look nice, because normally if you like put something in Unity and then you put like a green color on top of it, then it looks ugly as fuck. But we use art. So when I make the characters, I make everything in grayscale first. And as you can kind of see, everything is slightly different grayscale. And if you think about it, a color is just a number on the screen, at least to the computer. So that way I can like, I make sure that every like different gray is a slightly different gray on the gradient. In Photoshop, it's like 75%, but in Unity or like in programming language, it's like 0 to 1. It's white to black. But I don't know, artists likes bigger numbers. Then I also mask everything out, so we can like have why do we do this again? Actually, that's a good reason for it. I think we can put different colors in, and it can be consistent. I hope there's a reason, because it takes a long time. and this is how it looks inside Unity. I just took a screenshot of a slide or something Josh made like a year ago. But so we map like every grayscale color to the right numbers. And then I go in and decide as the artist, sorry, that was way too much, that like what exact color it has. So I'm like, I know the shadow on this red, for example, it's kind of like, it's almost a bit like purplish, because it looks good. And yeah, now you can make really stupid looking characters.
Why is he bald? Why is always bald people look stupid?
Yeah, why is that, James? Sorry. Questions? I think I was supposed to add that to this slide. No, it just says wishlist dice gap met. Yeah.
Questions?
No.
So many.
From Remy. Remy is a question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Maybe I missed it, but you mentioned, I remember you mentioning like nose, eyes, everything, like face shape. What about body shape? Do you have any variant or?
No, the bodies are kind of like because it's like this whole part down there, everything under the head, I guess. So I just draw a bunch of different ones, and then I know you just pick the one you want. So there's nothing like anything specific like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm asking for a friend who's making a dress-up game.
Is that friend you?
I will probably need my friend will need a character creator, and was wondering if you would be up for me being allowed to ask a lot of dumb questions at some point, because I have to literally set up something like that, and I'm scared of it, because this looks amazing. Sorry, that wasn't feedback. That was because that's why I want to learn it. So can you help?
Yes, of course. Come by the Danish dungeon. And
Should
I
be armed?
always. And bring offerings.
Yeah, that's no problem. How about cinnamon buns?
Oh yeah.
I'm curious, like when you say that there's like over 100 like eyes, or like one of the things had like over 100, like is that, can the player literally cycle through 100 different options, and like is there a concern that that's overwhelming at all?
Yes and no. Oh, well, I don't know, maybe. But no, so that's the thing where it's like basically the mouths you have to divide by 4, I guess, basically. Because every mouth can be like, there's a normal one, there's a happy one, a sad one, and a O one. So there's quite a lot still. But that's just something people have to deal with, I guess. but that's why it's like very big numbers, and the same with eyebrows. There's like that one we have to divide with 5, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And eyes. The hairs you have to divide by 2 because there's front hairs and back hairs. So that's those where there's like so many. But there's quite a lot, but I think more is more. So yeah, hopefully people will be happy. Thank you.
Finally, us weird bald people can be represented. Yes. All right. Next up to talk, Joshua.
So now that everybody has talked about really fun and interesting things, I'll talk about really boring shit. AKA Reddit ads. What do they do? So over the last 2 weeks, we've been running some ads, a small amount, and I've been doing a bunch of testing to try and figure out which ads work for us. And because ads are a black box, I figured it would be maybe a little bit neat to just share what we've kind of learned and stuff like that. Obviously, since I only have 5 minutes, I'm just going to say a bunch of shit, and then I'm not really going to be able to justify why, but if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it after. The way we did it is we ran 2 identical ads over a 24-hour period with only one single difference, and then we took the best one and ran 2 new ads over another 24-hour period and compared them to the day before, and so on and so forth. It's also called A/B testing. We used a very small amount of money each day, so sample sizes are a bit low, variance, all these things. If you're actually like a teacher caring about like statistics, this is probably all shit, but it's something, and we did learn something from it. One of the big ways we use to track this is on Steam. You can use what's called UTM links, where you have different ad links of different types that then come into you on your Steam dashboard, and then you can see what they do. So for instance, here we have Reddit, test 8 or 6 or whatever it is, and then I can see like where they're coming from, the wizards, wish lists, that type of stuff, and that's what we use to evaluate. The goal for us was to get the euro per wishlist down, because wishlist is all that matters on Steam until we can sell copies, and then that's the only thing that matters, maybe. So we're trying to drive that number down, and that's the main like metric we're going for. So, that's the wrong way. What's in a Reddit ad? When you do an ad on Reddit, you choose between audience, demographics, device, placement, delivery, bidding, and then you run the ad itself, which has a type, headline, thumbnail, destination URL, call to action, and whether or not allow comments. It will be setting on a campaign where you'll have a bunch of different ad groups, and within each ad group, you'll have different ads. You assign all the left stuff to an ad group, and then all the right stuff to an ad. The budget you give to an ad group, Reddit will optimize between the ads, so this is something you have to be worried about, because if you run multiple ads on an ad group, you actually don't control how much each one gets showed. Reddit just decides, actually, we'll show the screenshot more because we think it's better, and Reddit is not always right. When you begin tweeting things, you also get estimates about your audience sizes. It's like a little number of how many people there are. It's really hard for me to get any feeling of it, but generally it's good to have a big audience size, because if it's too small, in theory, you're serving it to the same people over and over again. When it comes to audience, you can choose different keywords, you can choose different communities and different interest groups, and you can also ask Reddit to do automatic targeting. Essentially, every time Reddit says, I will do something automatic for you, we found that it does it worse if you put that option on. So never let Reddit do anything automatic. What we found worked best for us is just targeting subreddits. So we selected like 8 subreddits that were kind of like our focus genre, or games that we compete against, like Persona and XCOM, and that's what worked best for us. Targeting stuff like gaming or specific gaming groups wasn't as effective for us. On the demographic side, we found that, and this is a little bit rough, targeting English-speaking, very, very Western countries yielded the best return. In the start, we just ran it open for everyone, and what we found was that 25% of all our clicks came from the Philippines, and they just didn't wishlist the game, so we just threw money out. So that's what we learned from that. Didn't really play with gender. We don't think that's something we really want to target too much, but this was the kind of list of very like Western-centric English-speaking countries that we kind of found, or high English proficiency countries. We also tried to play where you choose which device, phone versus PC. We found there wasn't really a huge difference, but if you target the PC, you get a really small amount of people. So in general, we just left it open for everyone when we did the test. For placements, you can both have them as like in the feed and in conversations. We ran feeds only because we think that makes more sense. When I am on Reddit, I really hate when something shows up in my comment section. But that was generally a thing we just did. We didn't really try this a lot. You can also you can exclude certain communities and keywords. Again, we really didn't play with that, but I suspect if you're making a game that is more progressive or more friendly, there's probably some more nasty groups you might want to exclude to not have, I don't know, bad people harass you or something. So be wary of that. Shit. Oh my god. You have delivery. This is how much money you spent. You can do it daily or over a lifetime. Generally, daily is a bit scuffed because it's not every 24-hour period. It's every calendar day, which can be a little bit hard to calculate. So we just took a lifetime and divided it by the day. And then you can bid, and you say how much money you want to bid. In general, we found that 0.15 to 0.20 euros per click worked pretty well for us, but a little bit higher for the USA. That was at least something we read online, and it seemed to work for us. Hard to say. And now the one fun question. Which of these images do you think is going to run better on ads? We've tried a lot of ads, and there's one picture that always performs better, and I would like one of you to guess. Go.
Bottom center with the big face.
Wrong. It is this one. Every single time, this picture has performed better than anything we have run. We also ran Facebook ads last year. A woman yelling at you. Always, I don't know. I generally don't know. I don't know if it's the text. I don't know if it's the combination or the character, or if she has big boobs or what it is. It's not like we're trying to make this overly sexual, but this is the image that has always performed the best for us. So take that with that. When you have ads, you can have comments on. Usually that was actually pretty fine. I was a little bit scared for that. You always get a Walter White post. That's pretty fun. I only had to delete 3 pieces of hentai ASCII art. Don't worry, you can delete that pretty quickly. And otherwise, it was really helpful because people gave us feedback like, hey, what's the name of the game? And then we go, yeah, that should probably be in the title. Yeah, and this was the result. We basically pushed from around 2 to 4 euros per wishlist down to half to 0.7 euros per wishlist, which is great. Our goal was to be under 1. And that meant that over these 2 weeks, we spent 400 euros and we got around 579 wish lists, which is a conversion rate of 0.7%. And if we judge by our kind of best ones, we could do it for €0.5 per wish list, which should be so we earn more money in the long run. Of course, it's hard to say over a long period of time and all these things. But yeah, any questions? Yes.
Have you now kind of like finished the testing phase and you're going to like just spend a certain amount of money on it?
So kind of, we're going to do a testing phase also a little bit on Facebook next week. But yes, we have kind of found out kind of what's worked. There's more we could do, like testing more different images versus trailer and stuff like that. But yeah, at least for Steam Next Fest, which in 2 weeks, we'll probably spend a bigger chunk of money. Need to talk with that guy about it. But yes. Yes.
So yeah, pay your rent. Daddy needs to buy ads.
I'll add last 2 things. One is, if any of you find this interesting, I did catalog a big spreadsheet where we cataloged all the data. So if any of you want to come down and talk to me about it, bring the cinnamon bun and the sword, and then we can hang out in the next London. Second thing is, Jinx, this is actually also an ad because we just updated a demo today. So feel free to check that out and play it. It's now live on Steam. It has new banners and art, and it's a little bit cool. Playing now helps a lot because we need feedback, but I'm not going to force you. Thank you so much.
But also play it during Steam Next Fest later so we can get the numbers up.
the first 48 hours.
Hey, just play it all the time.
Never stop.
Give up on your dreams. Next up, Matt. The thunder from down under.
Hello. Cool. I'm going to talk about my progress on Monstrata, which is my micro tactics monster game. So I'll just start off with a bit of kind of the new footage, and then I'll talk about like what I've changed since last time, which was like 3 months ago that I presented it. But yeah, so it's inspired by Pokemon and Into the Breach. You and your opponent choose your actions at the same time, and then they play out in a sequence like red, blue, red, blue. So you can see at the bottom of the screen that they kind of like slot into
into a sequence and then play out. And it alternates between a move phase, where you move 2 into position, and that kind of sets up the stakes for the action phase. Yeah, so it's a bit about predicting what your opponent's going to do and trying to use that to your advantage. And ideally also about kind of monster synergies and finding good combos. Yeah. So I'll show a little bit of kind of how it was. Well, this is July 2024, but a lot of the visual stuff I've done in like the last 3 months. So you can kind of see it, let's see, when they, action phase. Well, I've done some kind of VFX stuff where they like the way that they hit each other. See, it used to be really extremely basic, but also one of the main things that I've done in the last month or so is completely change the UI. So you can see in this old version, it's got, I'll bring up like a side-by-side comparison. So the old version was like this. It's got the action order in the bottom right. It's got phase in the top left, but this was consistently like pretty confusing for people. So here is the new version. So old version, new version. And I feel like this is more self-explanatory. It's got, it shows all the phases at the top, and that kind of mirrors the new way that the action order is laid out at the bottom. And yeah, visually it's a little more polished as well. And I've also got kind of a persistent instruction at the top of the screen, so it always tells you like what you're clicking on right now for every action. Yeah, and I've also done just a bunch of kind of miscellaneous things, like updated the menu background. The menu buttons themselves are still pretty like placeholder. They don't really match the game, but and I've put in just what seemed like a really cheap thing, but I put in win streak for the solo games. So there's not really any progression in the game, but I thought this was kind of like a real low-hanging fruit kind of motivator for players. Yeah, I did a bunch of work on the itch page, and I'm finally going to put it public in like the next couple weeks at the latest. Yeah, and I fixed the WebGL build, so it's pretty close. Oh, and also I'm leaving tomorrow, and I haven't been here for very long this time, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it.
You boo him coming back.
For manipulating people's emotions, probably. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Any questions? Shoot.
Yeah, where are you going?
Where am I going? Oh, I'm going back to London for 2 weeks. It was a bit haphazard how it worked out this time, but I have a friend who's visiting, so I'm going to be over there, and yeah. Joshua?
Does the game have multiplayer, or is it a versus environment?
Yes, it does have multiplayer. So at the moment you can play 1v1 online or just single games against the AI. And then in the future I'm planning to build out more of a single player adventure thing. Did you have a follow-up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with a game called Atlas Reactor?
Atlas Reactor. Oh, I think I have seen it. I think when I was starting this, I like searched a bunch of them and it had like just been shut down.
Yes, there's a private server where people can play it if you want references.
Okay.
It's a really good game and it's very similar, but it's dead, so you can take over.
Yeah. James?
Are you coming back to take part of Midsummer Game Jam?
Yes, I'll be back just in time for Midsummer Game Jam. Yep.
Do you advise others to join as well?
To join Midsummer? Yes. Even personally, I haven't tried Midsummer Game Jam. Last time Halloween Game Jam was a lot of fun. So unless Midsummer Game Jam is somehow just violent and horrific for some reason, I think it should be great, and everyone should join. Neil.
So I saw you needed to check your notes to remember that you're leaving. So is the cult indoctrinating you to seeing leaving as not an option starting to work on you?
I just remember that last time I did an SGDC right before I was about to leave, I forgot to say, so I put it in my notes. Yeah. Yeah. Any more questions? All right. Thank you.
All right. Next up, our new neighbor, Charlie.
It's been a while since I've used this system. Can I run PDFs on here?
Sure.
Will it work? Ooh, how do I just get to play?
F11 maybe? Zoom.
Try again.
Control zoom in.
Control what?
And then scroll. It's,
Very easy.
it's not great, but it's something.
How about I download it?
I think it's going to open it in browser anyway.
I think if you press the two horizontal arrows, it will say presentation mode.
Is it this one here?
Top right, yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Tool.
Ah, okay,
cool.
technology.
I didn't even know about that.
All right, now that we figured that out, I figured the easiest way to give an overview of what Invocation does is just go through our short pitch deck from Nordic Game. I've taken out some of the slides, so this is going to be snappy. I'm Charlie. I bought the house across the street. And Invocation is lifting the curse from skill-based matchmaking. So have you ever tried to play a game and felt so out of your league or so like over your head that you couldn't even participate? You couldn't contribute to your team at all, or you couldn't even hang? Or maybe you only have like 2 hours a week to game and you don't want to spend that time getting stomped by sweaty no-life tryhards. If so, then you understand why games use skill-based matchmaking, why they need skill-based matchmaking. And it sounds like a great solution. Like skill-based matchmaking should be a great idea. And it is for 80% of players, roughly. But it comes with trade-offs and I would say significant downsides. We see this in data too, like this is taken from Call of Duty, that retention is negatively affected for your highest skill players. And your highest skill players are your influencers, streamers, most vocal players. So how can we solve this? Like how can we make this a win for all players? And we think the solution starts with transparency. And to that end, we've developed IVK skill, which is a skill rating algorithm that you can show to players. And that would lead to better sentiment, more engagement, ultimately more revenue, if you care about that sort of thing. You guys probably aren't wondering how we make money, but investors wonder how we make money. And we package this as a REST API. So it's a black box call. Essentially, we're a SaaS business. And our first major customer is Embark, who uses us for every MMR, every skill rating update in the finals, including their rank play system, which we're super proud of because we actually get people on Reddit saying the new ranked mode is so good. And they call it the perfect ranked journey, which is flattering. And I wish other companies would introduce something similar into their ranked format. So that raises the question of why haven't other games done something like this? And the short answer is they don't know how. They would if they could, but they don't know how. Our target market is literally every PvP developer in the world. And even though the market is huge, sales aren't necessarily easy. And to give you an idea, most studios, at least AAA, tend towards something like Microsoft TrueSkill or OpenSkill, which are basically the same thing. Some games will use ELO, like chess ELO, because it's easy to implement, but it falls apart pretty quickly. You'll realize once you try it. And I include Call of Duty's rating system on here because I actually wrote that, and it's better than TrueScale, like, if I'm going to brag about it, but its shortcomings were the main, I would say, main reason for Invocation, the main inspiration for IVK scale. So the team, we actually have a few more people, but the founding team, it's me, Adrian. Adrian's in Estonia. Robin is in Belgium. Adrian does, he's former CFO at Starship, which are the little like delivery robots in Estonia. And Robin used to work for Eurostar until we poached him and got him to build matchmakers for video games. And that's it. That's the 4-minute speed pitch. Exactly, right?
Yeah, 4 minutes. Questions?
Questions? James?
What's your favorite game?
The finals, obviously. I don't know. I was really partial to Street Fighter V a couple of years ago, but now I'd say Elden Ring pretty solidly. Yes.
Does the matchmaking take cheaters into account, or does it not really mess with that whole other part of the business?
It doesn't directly, but we're looking at expanding into anti-cheat because the skill ratings, like the system itself, would be a very powerful input into your cheat detection system. So you'd configure it a little bit differently than if it was player facing, because you'd want something that's like super accurate and you care less about the player experience. But yeah, this would be very applicable to anti-cheat, but it does not necessarily, like if you cheat, you just look like a good player to us based on the data that we get. Yes?
Is your guys' product only targeted at larger companies from a pricing perspective, or are you also going to make it available to smaller companies?
It's everybody. We're even looking at making like a portal, like customer facing, so you can configure it yourself, and it's free if you're under, I don't know what the CCU is, but for indies, startups, small companies in development, like totally free. And then I don't know what our exact pricing is going to be, but it's pretty affordable. I mean, I'd say free for most indies, and then if you have a few million players, you might be looking at a few hundred a month, something like that. But it's easy to integrate, just a REST API. Right? Any other questions? No? All right. Thank you.
All right. Next up, Neil. Skipped mage.
Ja. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Neil. I'm back. Sorry. I'm a previous homie already. I was here last year for 6 months, and then I had to go away because tax reasons mostly. And I'm back now, and I'm trying to. I've seen a lot of faces I've seen before, but a lot of new ones. So I'm just quickly gonna tell you who I am and what I like. I like playing games, a lot of games. I love roguelikes like Potato and Slay the Spire, and I also speedrun Sonic Adventure 2. More on that in a bit. Other stuff that I do like is watching series, and recently I've been very much in the whole trip of like reality series that focus on like skills and like games against each other, like Physical 100, where they compete in physical challenges, or Devil's Plan, where it's very mind gamey and intellectual games, and also just Game Changer. Anything by Dropout is just really fun. I also really like anime, and I see a lot of anime reoccurring when people say what they like, so I picked some that I haven't seen yet, like Akudama Drive, Eden of the East, and Rainbow. So if you know any of those, cool, we can talk about it, and yeah, we can be friends. That is my requirement. Also, I do like books. I read a ton of books, mostly fantasy, and getting into sci-fi a bit, like Sufficiently Advanced Magic, Stormlight Archive, or Name of the Wind, or all of these. I read a ton, so yeah, just talk to me about it. So, what did I do while I was away? And yeah, I mostly worked, honestly, just way too much work. And I mostly work with web technologies, mostly Next.js, which is a React framework, which is a TypeScript framework, which is a wrap around JavaScript to make it somewhat sane so I don't lose my mind. But also, I started playing music, finally. I've had a guitar forever and never really learned it. Then I bought a ukulele, played a bit and abandoned it. And then in a mad rush, because one of my favorite books is Name of the Wind, main character plays a lute, so I put into Amazon lute, couldn't find any, but I found a mandolin, so close enough. So I bought the mandolin and really enjoyed playing it, actually. I'm not good at all, but it's fun playing. And then I picked up my ukulele again, because mandolin and ukulele is almost the same thing. Yeah, so I can now somewhat play, not good, but I'm having fun with it. Also, the day before I came to Spell, I might have accidentally bought a lute as well, so found it in the local thrift store along with a ukulele that has 6 strings, and it sounds awesome, and I didn't dare bring them in a plane, so I left them at home. So, I told you guys that I speedrun Sonic Adventure 2. I don't really do it much, but one of my favorite streamers announced an event where over 48 hours you should try to complete Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 to 100%. That's 310 emblems in total collected. And the world record for this speedrun is 14 hours. So that's the best in the world. So how did I do? I played for 27 hours straight without any breaks. So yeah, I did complete it, but it cost me something, I think. I'm different now. Okay, so what now? So Chris and me want to work on a new prototype, and pretty much the basic idea is take Potato. It's like a Vampire Survivors-like game where you get different equipments, different weapons, and just shoot tons of enemies. But have like the old school Zelda exploration where you have different maps to explore, different enemies to fight in different levels, and different dungeons to complete. And combine it with like old school MMORPG grinding for items. Like I put MapleStory as an example, but also imagine like Borderlands or Diablo. So you kind of have to build your gear up and grind for progression. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. Chris will build all the systems, and I'm doing the game design, so he does all the work and I just relax. Yeah, so what will I be doing as part of this? I will mostly be doing the game and level design. Also, I will be enslaving Chris, I've already mentioned that, and I might do art maybe. So this is the like quality of art I'm producing at the moment, so I'm not sure if that will make it into the final game. And that is my general plan for while I'm here. However, I made a possibly life-altering mistake today. Namely, I vaguely implied to James a week ago that I might join boxing today. Then, however, I started playing Slay the Spire board game with some friends, and when I came back just in time before seconds for dinner, I realized I might have forgotten about the boxing, so now I'm expecting James to jump me at any point in time. So I've just been looking over my shoulder ever since then, so if I suddenly disappear from the house, you know what happened. So, yeah. Any questions?
How did you get the picture of James?
It's from a YouTube video. So look through the entire Spelkollektivet on YouTube if you want to find the picture.
You want to see me shower?
Yes, please.
Could you describe your feelings 23rd hour of your speedrun? Like how does that feel when there's still 3 more hours to go?
I think the 23rd hour was actually quite a second win, because how this event works, there were like 19 players were playing, I think. And once the first person finished, their entire Twitch stream would rate the second person, and then the third and the fourth and so on. And I think around that time, I got rated by like 300 viewers to watch me live, so that kind of gave me a second win, because now I had to perform. And then like 2 hours later, I crashed massively, and then couldn't get the simplest level done. All right. Oh, yeah.
So not even bathroom breaks?
Yes, but there were like certain sections in the game where a cutscene was playing or something that I would quickly run, or that warm up some food to eat while I do something else. Yeah, but I did not sleep during those 28 hours, so yeah. All right, thank you.
I actually heard that those speedrunning competition in Sonic is the same technique they use to evaluate autism.
Yeah. So the faster you are, the higher you score.
Before we end the stream, I think we have someone who wants to share some news. Lena!
Hello, this is not planned as I just like 10 minutes ago or something got news that Steam actually finally approved our build. So So I'll do the illegal thing and go to Steam's backend. But we're all developers here, right? So everybody has seen this, so it's all good.
Everyone on stream, close your eyes. If you're not a
It's also
developer.
developers, so it's probably fine.
Show password.
Yeah.
What are we releasing?
We will be releasing Craft today. Come on. Please.
Click this one, meanwhile.
Yeah. I'll close my. I'll go back to the Outlook for my password, please. I just did it twice and it sent me, but now it doesn't. Anyways, we have been very anxious and excited for this, so we're very happy that it finally is happening. If I get an email from Steam. They really don't want me to. I mean,
You can press the button on your phone and then just.
I'm in a different account, I think, on my app, so I can't. It's this. I'll do it again. No. Just. What? There. Okay. I'll just do this. I'll try it again. Everybody's very. So, everybody had a nice day.
It's already 2 days late anyway, so no rush.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
The best thing people can do is buy the game and leave a positive review.
Yeah, everybody. It's really good
We're,
for
not-
us.
We're not coming from the popular upcoming this time days ago, so the more reviews we get, the more likely we are.
Did I get the first one now? I wonder.
That'd be fun.
That would be very.
We almost do our part.
Please.
Yay.
Okay, it worked.
Okay.
Wait, but why is it the stats, not the?
Oh, you like the part instead of the other page.
No, but it should be. How do I get back to the
It's
main?
Is it partner.steam games?
It's partner.steam game.
Okay. But I should be signed in already, so. Oh, your Steam.
It's two
games.
different.
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah.
That's great. Woo! Okay.
I didn't even start the timer, so. I mean, people love tension.
Yes,
Oh, I got it instantly this time.
Let's go. We're so bad.
Why is it not loading the thing?
It's not at all?
I mean, yeah, I can go here, yeah. Great stuff. This is not the button. This is not the button yet. Wait. I'll. This is here, and there should be another one after this as well, right?
You have to type in a thing after this.
Yeah. So.
Release my app.
R E N F E F.
Okay, let's go. Yay! Takes a minute. it. No, just Steam. Let's see it like this. Okay. Yay! But that's not all, because I will be pushing live, I think, also some bundles. One of them is with Coffee Talk.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was it for that one. Then we have. Do I actually go back? This is not great. Did I undid the bundle? Then we have Tavern Talk and Craft as well. Oh yeah, that one they need to click actually. We have also Craft and Taxes, which is Death and Taxes, and Craft bundle as well. So if you already own Death and Taxes, it will be even more 15% on the 15% basically off. And then we also have, we'll go back to bundles, we have Craft Goblin, which is Trash Goblin and Crafts, and I will put that one on. And there is one more that we need to do, and that is Winds of Change and Craft, and I want to see instantly if they will show up as well. That would be great. I don't know if they take some time, but
I don't know if you have to publish the changes to the Steam page, to the store page.
Those like finalized changes.
But that's in a different place. But I could do that.
Right now, it doesn't list the bundles.
Yeah, because I think it's added as changes to the storefront.
Okay, I can do that.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Oh. Publish to public. Hopefully, that would do it. Maybe. Anyways, the game is out finally, and this is great. We have been waiting for this, and a lot of people have been waiting for it. And yes, please get the game, play it, because the first hours are very important to get some reviews in as well. Like if we get to like 20 reviews, then more people will see it and buy it as well in the meantime. So yeah, very happy finally this is out. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Do it for Stanley. Thank you for everybody in the team. Of course, we have Brian here, and we have Kjelte, and we have Matteo, and yeah, all the other team online. I'm in the chat. Kihi and Oak was there, and probably. Oh, cool. Yeah, hi everybody. We did it. Okay. Yeah, and that's it for me then.
Don't forget to log out.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can end the stream first.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
sure.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. Oh yeah. Other news. 30 minutes ago, we launched a bunch of videos on YouTube. Whatever. I reject it. So if you go into our Spelkollektivet thingy, wow, you can watch our, you can watch some shitty mobile ads. You can watch the documentary, but you can also watch all the talks from Nordic Game that we hosted. So if you missed any of the talks, I think that we had a really good selection of talks this year. I tried to pick out as many as possible that were interesting for indie game developers specifically, because that's what I give a shit about. So go and check them out if you're interested in learning some stuff. I think people are very happy about that one about game trailers. So if you're looking to make a really nice trailer for your game, check that out. A lot of cool advice. I was going to ask Max to say yes to that, but he's not here. Sad. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for joining. Take care. Bye bye.